Hey, this is my 2001 Mustang Bullitt, about 70,000 miles, super clean. It's in really great shape. Southwest car its entire life. A little closer for you. There's a lot of unique things with the Bullitt that if you do your research you'll find out about, like these different side scoops, C-pillars. Everything's in great shape. New wiper cowling, this black plastic piece right here. These tend to get cracked over time. That one's fresh. Special Bullitt gas cap. Still has the stock exhaust, which is unique to the Bullitt. It's tuned to sound more like a movie car. It's got the brakes from the Bullitt. Excuse the neighbors and their chainsaw. Look inside. Great shape inside too, no cracks on the dash. This car originally came with a dash mat, which I took it off because I didn't like how it looked. I like having the car look as stock as possible, but the sale does include a dash mat that is custom fitted for the car. Headliner's in great shape. Got a solid aluminum shift lever, which feels super cool when you're driving. Stock radio still works, cold AC. Really not even much wear on the seats. Special Bullitt seats. These are unique to the Bullitt with this kind of 60s style look to them. Back seats are like barely ever used. Comes with the owner's manual. Go on the other side for you. It's got the special Bullitt pedals, which are like that aluminum kind of finish. Probably the worst bit of wear inside is a little bit of wear on the passenger side bolster, but that could easily be painted over. There's no cracks, it's just ever so slightly kind of worn. But if you cared to, you could paint it over. It never really bothered me. Again, back seat barely used. There's a little bit of wear right here. I'm not quite sure if that was repainted at some point or what's going on, but Again, it could very easily be fixed if you ever cared, but otherwise the seat's in great shape. Power seats are right here. Everything works, including lumbar support right there. Really great shape for a car made in 2001. This car, I bought it because it was obviously loved its whole life. Pop the trunk. So show you there. You can also use the key fob to use the trunk. Key fob right here. Trunk is nice and clean. Spare tire, also nice and clean. Not a hint of rust in here or any sort of flood damage or anything like that. Rear seats do fold down if you so desired. These are new gas struts. When I got the car, they were just kind of old and sticky. So I installed new ones. So pops right up. Let's go start the car and show you the engine. So it's pretty cold right now. I've been sort of just like cleaning it outside. Usually it's parked underneath the apartment. Kind of underground where it's dark, so that's why I'm doing this out here. But you'll see it's pretty much a cold start, and the car has never ever had any problems starting. Everything's great. Mach 460 sound system, CD player works. Windows, everything works. I'll do the windows. Excuse my little camera mount, that'll be for later. But yeah, it'll go up and down. So you can see there's a slight tinting on the windows, but provided by 3M. Company in Texas did it professionally, but it's very light. It's really great. It just kind of keeps the interior nice and cool, which is I think why it's so well preserved and there aren't any cracks or anything major in here. Traction control. The car defaults to having traction control off when you first start the car, but when you just turn it off if you ever feel like it. This is a dummy switch that all Bullitts have. This is for the fog lamps. One of the changes in the Bullitt is there are no fog lamps. For the Bullitt package, they removed the fog lamps, but all the wiring and switches are there. So if you so desire, you could very easily put fog lamps back in to the lower part of the bumper, and then you have fog lamps. But again, I prefer to keep everything stock. Little center console thingy right here. Love the sound of the engine. It sounds so good. Lights are right here. Windshield wipers work. Everything works. Everything's great. Newer Motorcraft wipers. Mach stereo system over here. Locks. So I'll show you the mirrors. Left or right. Those mirrors still work. Everything still works great. I'll pop the hood for you. Maybe a couple of revs with the windows open. Still has, these are factory, from the factory, the inspection marks are still left there, which is great. This is a bullet number. Here's the bullet number right there. Every unique bullet has one of these stickers. One nice thing is that this sticker is nice and fresh, you can read it. If you clean the engine bay with engine cleaner, that will wipe off. So you gotta be careful. In fact, I had to get a new sticker. Look nice and be presentable at car shows. It's tough to get from the dealer, but that's a brand new holographic sticker, hologram. Your brake fluid. I've used synthetic blend oil on this car. Nice, smooth. I replaced the spark plugs myself. OEM spark plugs. The old spark plugs were fine actually. It's probably overkill, but why not? Clean the throttle body. Got twin throttle bodies right here. This whole throttle body section is unique to the Bullitt. Okay, so this guy, I think that's the idle air control sensor. I replaced that. A lot of fresh parts in the car altogether. New battery. Put the date on it. This is always a pain trying to figure out the date. Terminal protectors. No leaks of any sort. This runs great. I'll go to the exhaust. How this car sounds. These are the original exhaust and the original exhaust tips. Alright, let's go for a drive. Got a new clutch. You know, the clutch is firm, but it's not too bad. It's a lot better than some of the other Mustangs that I've owned. There's some speed bumps over here. I'll try to go over them so you can hear that there's no scary sounds for bumps or anything. I mean, it drives like a brand new car. It's super nice. Here we go, here's some speed bumps. Rear suspension, there's a lot of new parts on it. New spring isolators, new Tokiko shocks, new quad shocks, new brake pads in the back. New lower control arms. A lot of that stuff was overkill. I was honestly just doing it to, there was a squeak when I first got the car back there. It turns out it was just the brake pads. Whoever put the brake pads on before, the old brake pads, didn't have any forgot to put these little metal clips that you need when you install them, and it was just the brake pads. Whenever you hit a bump, it would squeak. It doesn't do that anymore. Car is sounds super good now. So a lot of that was just me chasing that problem, and of course the last thing I tried was the brake pads, and that was what did it. All right, I'll try to open it up here. But hopefully you can see that, you know, the never has ever overheated. It's always been right where the temperature should be, even in heavy LA traffic. I'll lug it in 5th gear. I'm in 5th gear right now. On the highway, it's great. And 5th gear is a really tall overdrive, so it doesn't really rev that high when you're in 5th gear, and that saves a lot of gas, which is nice. I've got about like 25 or so on the highway. It takes regular gas, not premium. So I'm in 5th gear right now. The transmission was freshened, rebuilt, probably again overkill professionally, but in any case it shifts really nice now. I'll try to maybe adjust this so maybe now you can see the shifter as I'm driving. Bullitts were one of the first Mustangs to have the upgraded 3650 Tremec transmission, and this kind of shift plating and this little plating around the shifter and the actual shift knob, which is solid aluminum, feels really great. I actually replaced the shift knob. The old one had a bunch of the previous owner had rings on this finger, and there were a bunch of little nicks and stuff. So I ended up just replacing it, which just screwed off, and put a new one back on, because that's just how the level of detail I am with my cars. I just like them to be perfect, and this one pretty much is. I'll open the window so you can hear it. If you do go a little too fast, the traction control, you can see that it comes on by there's a little green light that will light up in the dash of a little wheel tire, which is great for keeping out of trouble. I had to stop recording. I don't want to, show my address really, but I wanted to just, the car is warm now, and I can give it a couple more. I got the window open. I can do a little bit of revs for you. Oh, the little bop, 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 bop on the overrun, which is so fun with the car. Oh, horn works. Reverse. And no scary sounds or anything. All the gears work great. I forgot to run onto the freeway really quick. I realized that sometimes cars might have different issues on the freeway or anything like that. This car has no issues on the freeway. In fact, we just drove it to San Francisco and back, not a single problem. So I'll get up to speed on this on-ramp here and cruising the freeway a bit.
I'm in fifth gear. It's about 2,000 RPMs at 65 miles an hour. All right, I'll demonstrate that the brakes are nice and don't wiggle. So I'm lightly pressing the pads. You can see that the steering wheel isn't wobbling, the rotors aren't warped or anything. Anyways, that's the car. A couple revs for you. Runs great, hot or cold. I mean, it never runs hot, but runs great when it's warmed up just as well as it does when it's cold. It's a great car, drives like new, super fun. 2001 Mustang Bullitt. All right, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any other questions. Bye.